Hey friends, guess 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 what would happen if I wore this hat all the time? You have an idea what might happen if I wore my chicken hat all the time? Well, this chicken might lay an egg, and then I would have an egg on my head. Or it could break and it could run down my face, and I would have egg on my face. Oh, ew, that would be a little bit yucky, don't you think? Did you ever hear of the phrase to have egg on your face? Well, if you get egg on your face, you are doing or saying something that makes you seem stupid or feel embarrassed. Sort of how I feel right now with this chicken hat on my head. I have egg on my face. Well, this expression to have egg on your face first appeared in the middle of the 20th century in America. It was used in Britain as well, but its exact origin is somewhat unclear, but some think that it might come from when you eat eggs and you have some of the eggs left on your face or on your mouth or whatever, and it's embarrassing. So to be caught with food on your face could be to have egg on your face. Another thought was that it might come from the theater when in the past audience members would throw rotten food at bad performers, such as eggs or rotten tomatoes or things like that. Or even in the past, people have thrown eggs at politicians when they've made speeches and things like that, so they could come away with egg on their face. No, well, no matter how the phrase started, to have egg on your face means to make an embarrassing error or blunder in public. Since making an error in public, in private, isn't as embarrassing, is it? No. But we could say this about Sally. Sally was left with egg on her face after forgetting the words to the song, the national anthem that she sang during the ball game. Oh, that would be embarrassing if you forget the words to the song, especially the national anthem before the baseball game. Or we could say, you know what, there's no point in making predictions because all too often you will end up with egg on your face. Yep, you'll get it all wrong, and then it'll be embarrassing, and you won't know how to respond, and you'll feel bad, and people may ridicule you. Well, you know what? It can be easy to laugh at someone if they would have egg on their face. Now, I've probably laughed at some people who've made mistakes, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because I think we all know what it feels like to be embarrassed and even ashamed at times. And so we really don't want to make fun of people when they make a mistake or make a blunder and everyone sees it and they feel like they have egg on their face. You know, remember the words of Jesus in Matthew 7? He said, "Do not judge other people, then you will not be judged." Yeah, it's easy for us to judge other people. But sometimes when we judge other people, we get caught then with egg on our face. And I'm thinking of the story that happened in the New Testament, in the book of John, when Jesus was confronted with a situation. Remember, I'm going to read it for you. So Jesus arrived again in the temple courtyard, and all the people gathered around him. And he sat down to teach him. Well, the teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman who had been caught committing adultery. And they made her stand in front of the group. And they said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught sleeping with a man who was not her husband. And in the law, Moses commanded us to kill such women by throwing stones at them. Now what do you say?" And they were trying to trap Jesus with that question. And they wanted to have a reason to bring charges against him. But Jesus bent down and he started to write on the ground with his finger. And they kept asking him questions. So he stood up and he said to them, "Has any one of you not sinned? Then you be the first to throw a stone at her." And he bent down again and he wrote on the ground. And those who heard what he had said began to go away. They left one at a time, the older ones first. Soon only Jesus was left. And the woman was still standing there. And Jesus stood up and said to her, "Woman, where are they? Hasn't anyone found you guilty?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then I don't find you guilty either," Jesus said. "Go now and leave your life of sin." Wow. Do you know what happened there? When Jesus asked the question, "Who among you has not sinned?" You could be the first to throw the stone at her. Well, they all began to go, "Oh my. I'm feeling a little embarrassed right now because I have sinned." Jesus basically put egg on their face. Yeah, he didn't throw eggs at them, but he made them feel really bad, and they left. And then he made the woman feel really good because Jesus is that way. Hebrews 4:15 says, "We have a high priest who can feel it when we are weak and hurting. We have a high priest who has been tempted in every way, just as we are." And the writer there was talking about Jesus, who understands our hearts. And he knows that at times we can do things where we find ourselves embarrassed and ashamed and sad. And Jesus says, "Hey, it's okay. I got you. We don't need to worry about this." So if ever you have a time where you have egg on your face, well, maybe embarrassing, but you know what? You can get through it. And with the help of Jesus, we can live a life that's filled with joy and fulfillment, even during the times that we mess up. We just ask for forgiveness. Well, I think I'll go take care of my chicken here. So, there's starting a movement. There might be an egg coming soon. I better go take care of this. So you hang in there. You have a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace. No egg on your face.